Hello friends and hello student. In this session we learn the goto statement in C language. So here I share my laptop screen and fix the position so you can watch better my video lecture. And here turbo C++ is there. I just double click and take some process and now yes, open filter F file menu taking, and here our goal go to statement, or you can say that is a jumping. Yes, that is known as a jumping statement. So like a break and continue, that is also jumping statement, but break is a backward jumping and continue is a forward jumping. But here that go to is a both jumping, and also that is known as a unconditional jumping uh, jumping statement. That is a because of that reason, that is we cannot identify exactly how that work, or we can say that. So that is avoided by in programmer. That is goto is not used in programming, but we have to how to use that we can understand. So we can write if any in your exam, let go explain the goto statement with example. So what we can do, so we can give one example. So goto statement is a not use, but you can use in program, but that is unconditional branching statement also, that is known as like if decision statement looping, that uh, decision statement is a branching statement known as. So goto is a unconditional branching or jumping statement, and that is both jumping forward and backward. So here first I write the syntax of goto statement so we can understand. So that is we can say that yes, syntax, yes, right. So, and here first our goto, and then it's a label. That name is a label. Okay, label name, or you can say that here I or use if you any word identifier. Sometimes that is known as a identity fire. Okay, name. So that is both word use. So give any yes, I yes, right, correct. So here ti, yes, I identifier, yes, identifier, yes, yes, correct the spelling. So label name or identifier name, yes, that is a well, and here name after semicolon. Okay, so you can any give here we can say that label name or identifier name. So any valid like our variable name, give the suitable name of identifier or label, sometimes that is known as a label name. And then come to number of statement, or we can say that block of statements. So our general other statements are there, and some then in between number of statements. So I just as a dot as it is here. Then here we can say that label name or identifier, yes, label name or word, and identifier name, any one, and colon sign, that is a colon, not semicolon, colon sign. And then block of statement or number of statement, we can say that any word you have to use. So block of or number of statement. So in between some statement is there, so I just remove one because that number of statement, that is a syntax. So you can use any one word, not I just for reference or word. So here you can use label word or identifier, not both, but I just reference, that is also known as a label name or here identifier name. So we can take only one, or I or word use. So you can not write this syntax in your exam. Only one, give the label name or identifier name. That is I saying. Okay, now I multi comment line give this block. So that is just reference for, that is a syntax of goto statement, that is unconditional jumping statement. So programmer can avoid this goto statement using in their program. Okay, now we can use some one example for goto statement. So here I main, but we can first include our header file that is remaining. So IO, uh, that is stdio.h, yes, and then we can say that conio.h, yes, and then main, and we can take work integer variable like I, then n and sum. We have to define the sum, so equal to 0. That is, you have to know, otherwise that is garbage value. So we can assign sum whenever we can use in our program, that assign to 0 sum. And now we can first one statement, and that is first we can there are two type of two statements, forward and backward. So here I use the uh, forward, first forward jumping, that is forward jumping. So yes, n is remaining, yes, and here we can provide the slash n, so that is a forward jumping we can use. And that block we can define the input, that is name, that we can input block, so that is a label, or we can say that identifier. So here we can take this first. So yes, that is a first identifier you have to declare, and then go to in below, that is known as a forward jumping. And in reverse case, we can say that you can first go to statement is there, and then you can define your identifier or label, that is known as a backward jumping. Okay, so just for your reference, so very easy way you understand what is a forward jumping and what is a backward jumping. Now we can say that that is a, now in between we can say that number of statements. So here I scan like enter, uh, we can say that one integer number at a time, one. Okay, so how many loop, like loop is repeat, that type, that is repetition. So we can scan our n variable, that is for, so n is a, our n variable, ampersand is remaining, yes. Now what to do, you can take sum, yes, plus equal, you have to know very well what is a plus equal. So semicolon, if you not understand, so here I write comment line, sum equal to sum plus n our variable integer. So whenever that is a compound assignment operator, plus equal. So whenever there are one variable used in one statement two times, that is a short technique, that is compound assignment. So that meaning is the same, sum equal to sum plus n. So we can whichever number is input by user, we can take sum in some variable. And now we can take I plus plus, we cannot initialize I. So here you can also initialize I, but that every time I initialize one, so here we can directly initialize here. Or you can also initialize in here also before here, that is no problem. So I equal to 1 here also initialize, but we can give initial value. So first I save this file, yes, that is a go to, and you can say that jumping, okay, or you can say that statement go to underscore jump, jump not up, because that is maximum 8 characters. So I jump, yes, that name. So yes, what is remaining part, that is we can say that now we can take one if condition. So here that I give if, so I less than or equal to 5, we can fix the 5 number only. So then go to, and that is our input, and colon, semicolon, here semicolon, here is colon sign is there. Okay, so that condition is true, that is a year input block is repetition like a loop. So I less than 5, yes, because I is 1. So every time first that without condition, that check we can say that, and one enter that sum I plus plus I2. So I less than 5, yes, that's true. So that label is go. Then second time that number is put and sum I plus plus, then condition check I less than 5, yes, so go to is backing to input. So that is a like 3, 4 and 5 that equal to 5, so that is come out that block. So that is our condition. And then else part we can take first go to. Now first we can I just print then we can say the forward backward jumping, that is forward jumping. So here I print just summation is, yes, percentage d, and directly print our sum variable. And now that finish, we can first check this forward jumping, then we can take backward jumping. So yes, any error is there? Yes, no error. So there our exe goto underscore jump, that exe is generated, no warning, no error. Let us how it's work. So that is forward jumping or message is print, enter one integer number. We can give any number, but I start one. Yes, that again that jump and that input block that again give the value like for loop. Same work as a for loop, and one integer number I3, and then again that 4, and last time because I less than equal to 5, so 5 number is input, then that come out the, and our sum is printed else part, and enter, so that is come out. So that is a line by line. I first that is watch how it's jumping, how automatically that is jump. So how it's we can take in watch window how it's possible. So here we can take sum and then I variable. There are two, and n we can scan to a variable, and also we can take as output window also here. Yes, output window. So I trace F7. You have to know very well. My most of program I take number or pyramid triangle tracing. So here F7 function key. So F7 start, yes, main start, and here first watch window you can see all garbage value, and then now I initialize 1 and some initialize 0. That is an n is there, and that message now clear all here our output, and now forward jumping message is print, enter one integer number is print, and now scan. So we can provide the 1. So n equal to n 1, that we can scan, and sum plus equal to means that sum plus sum n is 1, so we can sum is now 1, and I is now plus plus, so that is increment post fix increment, that 2 1, and condition is check. Yes, if condition, that is simple if else, you have to know very well. So I less than equal to 5, yes, that now that go to keyword is now, that is a cursor again go to here. So now yes, that directly here, so first statement is executed. So now again our number is come to picture. Yes, that is a, I say just reference, you can give any number, but I want to 5 just number. So now F7, yes, sum is now 1 plus 2, so 3, and I plus plus again, so I is 2, but now 3, yes, and condition again check if that is true, yes, so go to is directly jump to here again. So our number is scan again, yes, we can, I just give reference as 3. That is not important which number we have to, but how it process, that is our goal. So you can enter any number, but here I as a 1 to 5 sequence. Okay, now that number is n means our scan number is 3 and sum is 3, so that is 6, yes, and then I plus plus I is 3, now 4, yes, and condition check, yes, condition is true, then come again that here. So like a full repetition, like for loop or any other loop, that is repeat this block number of, that is here to directly jump to here, because that label, that identifier, that is label, and colon sign, that is not mistake here, that colon sign, and go to after label name is semicolon, and also that known as an identifier like our variable name. So that is a unique, that is a unconditional, that condition but check, but that is a sometimes that is unconditional jumping, that also known as that name. So most of programmer avoid that programming to use of goto statement. Okay, now yes, that scan our number, and we can provide 4, but yes, some 4 plus 6 10, yes, and then I plus plus 5, yes, condition last time true, yes, that is a I less than or equal to, so that it again forward jumping, and scan number 1 like 5 I give, so 10 plus 5, that 15, yes, you know very well, and I plus plus, so now is 6, so condition is false, that if condition is false, and now go else part, so our sum is ready and gets here, then come out to, that is very important how to come out. Otherwise, if you not give any proper label name or not come out, that is infinite loop. Go to is a unconditional jumping, there is no limitation. So that is a label we have to give, very important, that name. Okay, or we can take the colons, not semicolon, but colon sign. Here in goto statement, that we can give label name, that semicolon name. Here and only label, that name is a colon sign. So that is distinct, so different. Yes. And now our target. So here I write for reference, there are two type of jumping. So forward, yes, we assign on forward. We can say that forward jumping, yes, and second type of that is only multi comment line, so we cannot give any comment line. And then backward jumping. So there are two type of jumping. Forward means front of that jump, and backward means back. So now we can, I think you can understand. And now here I what happened. So here I go give the goto, yes, that is, and that output, we can say that new label and colon sign, semicolon here with and now here I define the output, that is our, and colon sign here, and just we have to print that our summation sum. Okay, so that is only simple, not take any condition, directly that give, and that is a come out, because that not any condition. So that is also, I here I give the condition, so you have to know that is condition, but here that is unconditional jumping statement, because that label is there, so directly jump to here and our output is printing. So here I say that that is a give the name, that is a slash n, and we can say that uh, the backward back yes, that word, and jumping, backward jumping. Okay, and slash n. So both time we have to provide the slash n. So yes, let us check our output. Yes, there is no any error. So then and then goto is known as a unconditional. So first in your mind, I give here condition. So you can in your mind, that is a, we already give the condition if. So that is all obviously, that is a conditional, but not conditional. That is now it's I give example unconditional jumping. Here any not condition, but after that, that is a jump to here, that is here output, and that is a print backward, and then sum, and then gets here, so come out the our program. Otherwise that is a repetition, infinite loop. So here we can compile. Yes, there is no any error, and let us check. Yes, so you have to know where there are 5 times that jump. So yes, that forward jumping, our sum, and then backward jump, that sum is print 15. So here I give both example, forward jumping what and backward jumping what. So here we can say that that is a first front, means that taking to in our go ahead. So that is a forward, and here that output. So that block is output here. So that is a backward message print, and some our output is print. So I give the perfect label name. Here input is there, and here our program output is there. So input, output, and that is in between our process. So my every definition you have to know very well. I think you have to watch my show number video lecture. So my target is always in find your definition first, like input, what is a input. Yes, you can find your input. Yes, that is input. Yes, and then you can define your process. So here our target is goto, and then what is a output. So we can define the 5 integer sum using help of goto statement. Any number, I just reference for like a sequence one to, I now I run again and give any number. So let us take any number. So I give randomly, not fix one to, yes, any number. So you can just reference. So I will like a 2 digit also, so there is no difference. So that sum is a 30. So I think that is forward and backward jumping perfect. Give the example so you can idea what is a forward jumping and what is a backward jumping. So any definition, use this technique: input, process, and output. Process means logic. Okay, so you have to know very well. Process it means logic. But here our concept is clear. Our just go to statement, or we can say the jumping or unconditional jumping. Unconditional branching statement also known as a go to statement. So many word used. So go to statement, simple, jumping go to statement, unconditional jumping statement is a go to. We can write also. But here, so I think there is write this program to your note, very simple, give example, and I just revised that is a here conditional jumping. We can I less than 5, that number of time that input label is go to, and here else part without condition we can that, so that is also called unconditional jumping statement. Okay, so directly here that so directly that output is print, and that is a backward jumping. So I think there are three statements in C language: break, continue, and go to. But go to is a rare case used in programmer, because that is a main difficulty is a we have to not judgment, that is an unconditional jumping statement. So avoid means not use that program in that programmer in your program. So that program, so that is unconditional jumping statement. So that is a perfect example for forward and backward jumping. So write this program to your notebook in C language. Yes, I here also cover the syntax and both type forward and backward jumping. So goto is a sometime useful, but we can avoid in our programming. Okay, so just I close this file and close my session. Just watch and just so subscribe my channel Ashok Sijal Academy. Press the bell icon to never miss any update. Thanks for your watching, supporting, and sharing. In my academy, my goal is you can best well learn in C or any programming, but here our target is a C. C++ is also my lecture in YouTube, and also ASP.NET project work I also in YouTube channel. And next I complete many language in BCA syllabus, MCA syllabus, okay, MSc IT syllabus. So thanks again, and Hare Krishna.